So it's been a while since I gave you all an update on how the aquaponics system is doing, and the straight up answer to that is very well. Although I did learn a couple things about some of the plants that I put in it, and I've also been trying out some weird stuff on the side with my microgreens because I didn't really figure out how to get them all the way situated. And I'm also deciding whether or not to take over my yard with the different plants I've got potted here in soil, which I do have a couple of them too. But I'll show you what I got here.
So the cherry tomatoes I had just started doing more and more and more and getting really decent size. They started falling over a ton, which is why I had to rig up all of this mess with these boards and this upside down tomato trap and all this failed string, and I had some cracks in the roots, and it's just been for sure a learning experience. So I've never farmed tomatoes, much less never farmed them in a aquaponics system, but they just keep growing. They're like nearly up to my roof up here. The one thing I don't know what to do too much on is I've got another little plant coming out of here. It's just not making any fruit. I'm thinking I want it to do well, but it's been here the exact same time that this one has. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. But my cranberry spinach leaf thing, yeah, this is a plant that you can actually eat the leaf and it tastes like cranberries. I had it in the last video I posted about the farm, I think. This thing hasn't grown too fast. I don't really know how fast it's supposed to grow, but I've had this for like at least a month and it hasn't gotten much bigger. Also, my whatever I have here has just kind of done not that much. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with that. My garlic has done well. I've got this basil. It's doing pretty okay. Put that in here when it was like yay high. The one thing I will say though, with green onions, I've harvested these things like 10 times. I've eaten onions on pizza like constantly. The one thing I did do to kind of up my game is I put 2 more fish in here, so I think I've got 6 fish in my system now, and you know, we'll see what happens, but it seems to be adding a lot of nutrition to the system. So like weird stuff I started doing onions in a hydroponic medium, just this grow medium that I got, and I forgot what it's called, but it's like artificially made like porous rock stuff. It's supposed to be like the best type of growing medium you can get. Forgot what it's called, but I'll find out. I just put it in there, and then I just put some fish water in there, and stuff's been growing in it, just like soil. And I've also been using the fish water to supplement my soil as well. So, we got some okra here. We got some basil, which has just been completely out of control, doing super, super well. And I just cloned a tomato plant and put that in here. I'm going to see how this system works out. If at all, because that would be neat to grow tomatoes in that. And then yeah, don't ask me why, but yep, I've got a tomato plant set up in this. I got these bricks because the wind here is so heavy. It's just really a problem. Whoa, check us out, babe. Come here. This is our squash plant. This was closed earlier today.
Oh yeah, it was.
Look at that. That's crazy.
There's ants all on that stick right there.
Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna be going up there. It's crazy. This plant is so weird because these little tendrils, they have a tendency to just reach out and find anything and everything very, very quickly.
I'll be surprised if it starts going up on this.
Yeah.
Roughing around this.
That would be crazy. If it did. We'll see. But yeah, we have this thing going up and down. It's pretty wild. But we're excited to see some big tomatoes. These are some big tomato plants that we have right now. Oh, and then the really, really weird stuff. So I started doing microgreens in soil, but was having varying levels of success with it. And right now I'm trying to do what I was talking about over here with the medium and the fish water, and grow the microgreens in that. And yes, there's some decent effects to be had, right? They're sprouting, and they're getting to about the level that I can get with like a paper towel or something. But I don't really know what this is going to do long term. It is really cool because you can just pluck the greens right out and then just clean them. And you're good to go. I always just keep it a little bit wet, like down here in the bottom corner. Or I just make sure that the water level is like, somewhat in there. I don't know what it's at now. But these rocks, I soak up the moisture and the nutrients and then spread that out to the plants. So hopefully I'm going to see them get a decent size here soon. Oh yeah, I also got these lids, these super sprouter lids. They're coming in super useful. They make the seeds sprout, super quick. I'm really impressed with them. Very cool. I've been using my garage. This is so hot and humid, mainly to sprout things, and then also with these added, it sprouts like in a day and a half. Like I don't even have to soak the seeds. But yeah, overall this is really interesting. I'm hoping this will work. I'm trying to figure out when I'm really going to harvest these, because I just don't know what I'm going to do, when I'm going to do it. I have been like rotating the trays like this so that the sprouts, like they grow this way. I just turn the tray around so they grow back. And I got some basil over here. I don't know what I'm doing with this, but I'm hoping that they're going to get to be somewhat of a size. I put a couple of seeds in there, so now I've got a couple of shoots. Just living life in there. I'll tell you what grows like just straight up, I don't know what, but I got bok choy. This is bok choy. And this thing, I think I've been growing this for like a month and a half. And this is the size it's gotten. And I think it has to do with the roots. Like the roots in here, how wet they are, like how long they're ebbing and flowing in the system, like how long they're submerged in there. And then yeah, I got some crap going on with this. I'm not really know. I don't know what's going on. So my leafy greens trash, but then pretty much all the other stuff is doing well. I also have green onions right here in soil to compare to my onions in my system, and you can just see like how vibrant and strong these are. And these are just like a dark green. They don't grow very fast. They kind of fall over when they get so tall. Like, yeah, these do too, but look how freaking tall that is. It's completely insane. So yeah, that's pretty much farm update. I have no idea if I'm going to take advantage of the other square footage I have out here, but I've got a fair bit of it. It's not all the way back, but about to the edge of that fence there. I can definitely take, push on out. So you might see that next time. I am putting pots out in the yard, so who knows. But so far we've eaten out of it with basil almost 5 times a week. Just constantly eating basil. I've had a couple of salads from some microgreens that I've done in past harvests. And hopefully I'm going to be able to have all these microgreens here, because the harvesting that I've done has been a little bit questionable before because I wasn't cutting them deep enough. So just a lot of things to learn right there. And it's interesting because in conventional farming, it's like you would have to learn this over the course of like I don't know how long, and I don't know how many plants, like a whole entire field or something that you would try something out on and then screw up and then lose your crop, or have it take longer than you thought or whatever, and then you'd have to come back and retry it again and put in all that work. And it's like with this, I'm just small scale learning kind of what is working in, and it's all subjective to this environment, I guess, but or dependent on this environment. But
you know, you kind of learn the nature of the plants and what they have to offer, I guess, like, you know, what you can give it. So, and that's pretty complex. It's not very easy. Like, I found out that like aloe vera doesn't really like to be watered every day, so that seems like a pretty obvious one for a lot of people, but I didn't figure that out until I saw it was brown, and then I like searched. I'm like, why is my aloe vera plant brown? And they're like, you're watering it every day, right? Don't do that. So I kind of had to figure out how to screw up before I could learn, you know, what to, you know, do right. So there's that. So hopefully it'll be a lot more, because I'm really trying to do just like more farming overall, lots more of it, just really learn some stuff. And I've got a notebook right now, I'm keeping track of all this stuff, so stay tuned. I'll have some more stuff you can see later, hopefully. Thanks for watching.